Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Harry Pitts with Nerd Life Gaming, and today in uh, we are in we are in EA Sports Pro Golf Tour 2024, and we're going to be doing the top 9 holes over at Pebble Beach. We're going to be using uh, Dustin Johnson is going to be our golfer for today. And we're going to use this guy right here. We're just going to wait for a few minutes and let some people come on in. So he's not exactly the best golfer on the tour, but he's not the worst either. Uh, and so we're definitely going to go with that. All right, you know what? We're going to do an afternoon. Leave all of that exactly the way it is. I will leave that just the way it is. Let's see, course preview. And yeah, we'll go ahead and preview the course. It's the first hole, second hole, 507 yards. That's impressive right there. And you see our first putt's going to put us somewhere right in here, possibly even up here, depending on how hard I smack it. And then our second hit will put us on the green or in one of these bunkers. Hopefully it's on the green next to the pin. And then this is the third hole. Well, here's the third hole. We tee off from here, and what we'll probably end up doing is cutting over this tree here and landing it about here to get rid of this dog leg back here. And then second hit will put us on the green or behind the green. The fourth hole, we start here, and our first putt probably right in here somewhere, and then our second putt will put us around this area, and then we just put it in. And then fifth hole, 189, first putt. Want to be on the green with that first putt. We don't want to land here, don't want to land in here, don't want fairway, we want green. All right, sixth hole, we start on black. Our first putt's going to put us in this area here, general area. Second putt, with any luck, will be down here. On this putt, we start at black, and our top goal is to be on the green. We don't want it to roll back into the water back here, because you do that, you're over par after your drive. All right, hole 8. 416 yards. We start here. Our first putt gets us up into this area here. Second putt, usually just short of the green. Sometimes I can get it on the green with that second putt. It's a tough hole. 9th hole. First putt gets us into this area. Second putt on the green, and then just putt it or chip it for birdie. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and select Dustin Johnson. Get 3 eagles or better, 2 out of 3, so we hope to land at least 1 eagle here today. All right, we're going to go ahead and start it up. Definitely a very beautiful course.
As noted in its logo, first opened in 1919. There's a look at the beautiful Pebble Beach golf links here on the captivating Monterey Peninsula. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today, and by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing "From Sea to Shining Sea."
All right,
Pebble
we are
Beach
teeing
never
off.
does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
So 9 holes
I
is the
didn't make my
choice here
shot.
today. Let's get things started here at the par
Rookie
4
mistake.
first. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
Poor tee shot to start the day, now forced to get some elevation on this and a little left to right spin in order to find the green.
See, where's that gonna land us at? Oh, that's way out there. All right, so it's either gonna be very short. Okay, well, that can get me on the green. And so we'll go ahead and go with that. Yeah, that actually looks halfway decent. It's going to roll really fast, really hard, though, because this is a punch shot. Yeah, we're off of the green, and we're going to have to take a drop.
The margin of error for a long explosion shot is always so much smaller. Catch it a bit
We
thin,
want to actually
over she goes.
chip it. Okay, that's not going to work. So if we try and flop it, we can get it to about there. Let's see if we can line that up. There we go, right there. We're lined up. And we'll see what we can do here. May have put a little too much power on that. No, it didn't roll, so.
And that flop shot was actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
Alright, and so we've got to angle this, and hopefully we can hit this and get our par. If not, I'll have to make up a bogey later. Yeah, I'm going to have to make up a bogey later.
Got it there, but not quite on target. +1 in the early going.
Well,
Frank,
that's a bad
interestingly,
start.
this
but we'll
hole
be all
number
right.
2 plays as a par
As long as
4
we can,
for the U.S.
you know,
Open.
get-
It is a
get the
par
eagle
5.
at some
It's
point.
absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich, off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway.
From
Because if
power,
it does,
drive it.
you're going to have a crack at this par 5
And
and 2. If
hopefully,
it doesn't, then you play the layup.
And hopefully be able to pick up an eagle here to get rid of that bogey that we just hit on that first hole. There we go, right on the fairway. That's a good drive. 150 yards from the
Now,
hole.
from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5.
We go finesse and get this as close to the pin as possible. All right, so here we go for our second shot. We're gonna try and just drop shot it right next to the hole. And that was decent.
But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That's in there.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's
There
in
we
for
go.
an eagle 3.
And that
Superb.
definitely
It's a
picked
pretty
up.
hole, the third. 397 yards, just a gentle dog leg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dog leg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie.
Aim it right about there. We're not gonna do a power drive. We're just gonna do a normal drive. Power it over the tree and land it right in the fairway.
Yeah, this
There we go.
not a terribly long hole, so precision off the tee is the key, and the iron is the right call there. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Well, it's 128 yards left to the flag today. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
The wind here is very unpredictable, and so we're gonna do our best to see if we can just drop it right on the pin there. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up while we're shooting. That sounded like a good hit. So let's see. There we go.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
This from about 10 feet.
Not a whole lot of compensating there. It's a pretty straightforward shot. I undershot that, I think. Oh, that's in there.
Not a problem. That's in for birdie. That score moves to 2 under par. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250
We're not
yards.
going to overshoot. But we're not
as I
gonna
first said,
undershoot
do not
either.
go right.
We're aiming to get it to the green first hit. And if we can roll it onto the green, that'll be beautiful. Oh, we're in the sand. The wind caught it. Oh, we're in the rough. Okay.
That is
This
going to
can
be
be
tough
chipped.
in there. That is into the heavy stuff. It'll take some effort from this buried light, but a
Back
chance
that up
now to
just a
still
hair.
reach this green in 2.
There we go. I kind of sliced it just a little bit to the right there. But we're okay because we're 13 feet from the hole. And this is a little more than I like having to compensate for a putt, but we'll see how it works. Worst case scenario, we get par here. Now we're going to pick up
no,
par.
I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way.
Just tap that in. No big deal. That's par.
Disappointment there. We'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par.
And
We
the
arrive now to
commentator's absolutely right. That
189-yard
was a
par
little
3
bit of a
called the New
disappointment.
Fit.
But
Despite
it works.
being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green.
We're going to finesse this and drop it like right next to the hole. This has some really weird winds. And so all we can really do is just hope for the best here. Almost overshot. Sliced it just a little bit to the left. And
Well, he was
we're
asking
gonna
for it
putt
to sit
from
down,
here.
but it would not comply, and that's going to wind up over the back.
Oh, it's not going to let me. We're going to aim for there. See if we can just chip it in. We'll pick up a birdie here. Sliced it to the right. Oh well, we'll go for par.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
There it is.
Safely in there. It's back-to-back pars.
Didn't lose
here
any
at
score
4 and
there,
5.
so we're still 2 under.
Frank, here we are. Another good scoring opportunity. The dramatic par 5-6.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
We're going to aim it right there. And need to do that just to get us that few extra yards. And we'll see how good our aim is. We're aiming for the end of the fairway up here. And I think we got it. Absolutely. It's on what they call the first cut, but that's pretty low grass. We're gonna actually try and go finesse. Nope, we're not gonna be able to finesse it onto there. And so what we'll try for is that. And see if we can just gently drop it down on there. It looks pretty good. That sounded perfect.
That is a marvelous shot. Look at that, Frank. Sometimes on a par 5, you're happy to just be home. Maybe 50, 60 feet away, you take your 2 putts and move on. Here, you're thinking about eagle. Getting out of there with a 3.
Yeah, just imagine if he can roll this one in. What a well-played hole it will be.
Oh, I didn't compensate enough. I was just
Good
short.
speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet.
You know, we'll just tap it in for birdie. We'll take that 1 under for this hole. I was hoping for 2, but we'll get it with 1. There we go.
Well, those are the birdie putts you don't have to sweat too much over. No problem there, and it gets in to 3 under par. Moving on to the 106
This hole
yard
bothers me.
par
I
3-7.
don't
One of the
not
most
like this
beautiful
hole.
holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking.
We're going to try and finesse it. The wind here is the major factor. So we need a perfect drive here. That sounded good, and we'll see. Oh, we got a perfect
Oh,
drive.
that is just a dark, beautiful shot there. Puts that to about 3 feet. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie.
We'll pick up birdie here as well.
Yeah, good job there to cash that in. A brilliant tee shot to this par
Hey,
3.
thank you for joining. How you doing,
Winds
late
up
night
in no stress,
productions?
Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world. The
You having a
8th
good
hole
morning
here at Pebble
or
Beach.
good afternoon?
Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world.
And we're doing a giveaway today, by the way, Late Night Productions. You might be winning a game today because you are in the live stream and you are signed up for it. So we'll see. That's great.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
glad
see
you're having a
shortish
good
par
day.
4s like this,
It's
it's
been
a
a good-
great time
good
to
day
bring
for
out
me
the
as well.
irons, and that is going to work out well. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position
We're gonna
looking
try and
at
aim
this
it
green,
at
and there
that
are
hole
no
there.
easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the
The
right.
wind is crazy
you have
here.
balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Oh, that's a great hit right there. That sounded great. Let's see. Let's see. Oh! So close. That would have been a nice hole in one, but it was just off just a little
He's been
bit.
automatic on this front side. This for birdie.
Alright, so that's too much. There we go. Try that. See if we can pick up another birdie here. Oh, just
He
short.
should have made that.
That's alright, we'll put it in for par. There we go, right there. And just tap it in. Tap, tap, tap.
That's so nearly a birdie butt. Par is all
I
he'll
use
have to
Happy
show
Gilmore
for it.
for
Frank, you
for
might be
this
tempted
game.
to just stare off at the Pacific Ocean. It's right there. But you'd also better have your focus on what is one of the more challenging par 4s in the game.
Yeah, this stretch, 8, 9, 10, demands just not just concentration, but really great shots. The tee shot here has to be struck absolutely flush down that left side. And the reason why, if you look closely, is this fairway, just everything moves to the right.
Cut it
So if you sort of pitch it in the middle of the
the
fairway
left.
or the right-hand side of the fairway, it's going to go in the rough and leave you a really difficult second shot. So a great drive here is rewarded.
And we're going to Happy Gilmore this drive here, y'all. There's the Happy Gilmore drive right there. And we're in the first cut. Luckily, it wasn't in
too
the
strong
thick
for this
rough.
hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So from the rough, down the
We're gonna
nose.
try to
He's got
finesse
just
it.
a hair under 100 yards to the front, 110 to the hole. Tough to generate spin from this lie with so much rough.
A lot of wind here, and so we're gonna try and just baby it right next to the hole if we can. That was a good hit.
Gap wedge coming in with just a bit too much heat, gonna end up just beyond the flag.
No, it's a
That's
decent
all right.
sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
There we go. Actually, a little more. There we go. Right there. Let's try this and see if we can get this putt to sink. Oh, I didn't compensate
Put
enough.
online, and that'll drift a couple feet by.
The ball sounded like a plane while it was flying. It absolutely did.
Disappointment there. That'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par.
All right, so that's the end of the ninth
So
hole.
yet another wonderful day at Pebble Beach. Though Frank, it's not finished yet, though
And,
the sun is beginning to set.
So
You and I are
Late Night
heading to Carmel
Productions,
for
get with
dinner
me in
tonight.
Discord.
What
You
time
are
want
the
me to pick
winner
you up?
for today's
6:45 on that. The sun should be just setting by then this time
random
of the
Steve
year. And
game
of course,
feed.
the
Get a
big
hold of
decision
me,
is, do we go to the
and
whaling station, sardine
we'll get
factory?
you hooked up,
And
all right?
also, who's paying?
Thank you so much for
Frank
watching.
Navajo,
I'm going to go ahead
Notably
and
the
bounce
third,
out.
Iona Stephen, and a
You
cast
have
of
a
hundreds.
great rest of your
I'm
day.
Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf